Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today we will be covering OpenAI claiming a model disproved a major Erdős geometry conjecture, Google launching Gemini Omni Flash for conversational video creation, NVIDIA's Vera CPU shipping to Frontier Labs alongside Dell's local Agentic AI push, and Andrej Karpathy joining Anthropic's pre-training team. Starting with what might be the most striking research claim of the year so far. OpenAI says one of its general-purpose reasoning models produced a proof that disproves a long-standing conjecture in the planar unit distance problem, a question first posed by Paul Erdős back in 1946. For decades, mathematicians believed that square grid-like constructions were essentially the best you could do. OpenAI says its model came up with a new construction that beats that bound, and the proof reportedly draws on some pretty heavy machinery from algebraic number theory, including infinite-class field towers and Golod-Shafarevich theory. A Princeton professor named Will Sawin is already working on a refinement that tightens the result further. The key claim from OpenAI is that this model was not a math-specialized system, not scaffolded specifically for this problem, and not aimed at unit distances in particular. It was a general reasoning model that just went after it. Fields Medalist Tim Gowers, quoted by OpenAI, called it a milestone in AI mathematics, which carries some weight coming from one of the most respected living mathematicians. Reaction on Reddit's math and AI communities has been split. The excitement centers on the claim that this result was not sitting somewhere in the training data. The skepticism centers on whether anyone outside OpenAI can fully verify that the model, and not a human collaborator, did the heavy lifting. Either way, it pushes the conversation past benchmark scores and into original contribution territory. Moving to Google, which used I/O to launch Gemini Omni, with the first model, Gemini Omni Flash, rolling out immediately to the Gemini app, Google Flow, and YouTube Shorts. The pitch is simple. One model that takes images, audio, video, and text as inputs, and lets you generate or edit video by just talking to it. Google's tagline is that Omni can, quote, create anything from any input, and developer and enterprise APIs are coming in the next few weeks. The interesting shift here is in how video editing works. Instead of prompting a single clip and hoping for the best, Omni supports multi-turn edits, where characters stay consistent, the physics and scene context persist, and you can change camera angle, environment, action, or style just by asking. You can mix references too, dropping in an image, a voice clip, and a text description to steer one cohesive output. Every generated video carries Synth ID watermarking and can be verified through Gemini, Chrome, and Search. The real strategic move is distribution. By putting this directly inside YouTube Shorts and YouTube Create at no cost, Google is skipping the standalone Pro Tool route that Sora and Runway have leaned on and pushing AI video into the place where short-form content actually gets watched. On to infrastructure, where NVIDIA said it hand-delivered its first Vera CPU systems to Anthropic, OpenAI, SpaceXAI, and then Oracle Cloud infrastructure. The reason CPUs are suddenly back in the spotlight is agents. When an agent runs, it is not just doing GPU inference. It is making tool calls, spinning up sandboxes, orchestrating steps, pulling from retrieval systems, holding long context state, and executing generated code. All of that hammers CPUs and memory bandwidth. Vera has 88 custom Olympus cores and 1.2 terabytes per second of memory bandwidth, and NVIDIA's Ian Buck framed it cleanly. Agentic AI is creating a new CPU moment in the AI factory. On the same day, at Dell Technologies World in Las Vegas, Dell announced Dell Deskside Agentic AI, aimed at running open-weight agent workflows locally, anywhere from 30 billion to 1 trillion parameter models, with support for NVIDIA NemoClaw and OpenShell. Dell is pitching enterprises on local control, predictable costs, and data sovereignty, claiming you can break even against public cloud API costs in as little as 3 months. Dell's COO Jeff Clarke put the strategy in one line: the most efficient token is the one produced closest to the data. That captures the bet, which is that as agents do more real work on private enterprise data, companies will want to bring that compute in-house, rather than route everything through somebody else's cloud. Finishing up with a notable talent move, Andrej Karpathy, a founding OpenAI researcher and the former head of AI at Tesla, has joined Anthropic. TechCrunch and Axios both broke the news within 5 minutes of each other on Tuesday morning. He is working on pre-training under Nick Joseph, and Anthropic says he will start a team focused on using Claude itself to accelerate pre-training research. That last detail is the most interesting part. The idea of using your own frontier model to help build the next frontier model is a loop that every major lab is chasing, and Karpathy is arguably one of the most influential educators and model builders in the field. With a massive following from his neural network lecture series and his time at OpenAI and Tesla. For Anthropic, getting him onto the pre-training side, rather than alignment or product, signals where they think the next big gains come from.
Thank you for listening to AI ConvoCast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.